My name is Mona, and I'm the admin assist for Time, Talent, and Treasure. I hope that in the last month, you've heard our stewardship message of You Belong Here. I like to tell people that Father Jim saved my life when he hired me 3 years ago. Not just because I needed a job, which I did, but because I needed a community. I needed to be reminded that I belong here at St. Michael Parish, as part of the family of God. I actually cried during my interview, something I wouldn't recommend, because my life was at such a place that I was questioning my personal identity. But I never questioned my spiritual identity, or that I had gifts to share within his church. You're just like everyone else here, or maybe nothing at all like them. But we all have something in common, that deeper longing for Jesus, to be part of a community, to belong. St. Michael Parish comes with a built-in community of believers. And so does God. He's got the saints and the angels and Mother Mary all available to us. To help keep that in the forefront, I often start my day in the Adoration Chapel. Even if it's just for a few moments to quiet my mind, to reset my priorities, to patiently listen for the small voice. The second reading from James reminds us to be patient. The coming of the Lord is at hand. To remind myself that this is the most important place I belong, in the presence of Jesus. Jesus didn't separate his life into secular and spiritual. His whole life was spiritual. And our whole life should be that too. And once we realize we belong to God, and we recognize our identity, who the Creator made us to be, then everything else falls into place. Doesn't mean that life will always be easy, but we learn to be grateful for the good times and the bad. They're all part of our story. As we move through this Advent season, it's easy to get distracted by the hustle and the bustle of the world. But we need to keep ourselves open to the little things God does daily to remind us that we belong to something so much bigger than ourselves. The Psalm tells us all the things that God does: secures justice, gives food, sets captives free, gives sight to the blind, raises those up, loves the just, protects the stranger. We need to partner with him to do his work. There are multiple opportunities to do that here. I've served as a host at the homeless shelter, sewed a garment for a first communicant, served as a baptism facilitator, and worked as a tribunal advocate. A wide variety of things that engage me with different ministries and parishioners, but all God's work. Today's Old Testament reading from Isaiah tells us, "Here is your God. He comes to save you." The reading skips a few verses, but if you read through all of chapter 35, it also says, "A highway will be there, called the Holy Way. It will be for his people." That's us, his people. I continually need to remind myself that I am indeed a child of God, just like the baby Jesus we are waiting for, with patience, on the holy way, knowing he's coming to save us. When that becomes a reality, this sense of belonging brings all the joy that comes with the season. What does Advent and Christmas look like when we're part of the St. Michael community? It's the simple beauty of the minimal decor of the church leading up to Christmas. It's singing O Come Emmanuel with everyone else. It's being part of a small group, journeying together. For me personally, it means an abundance of goodies on the break room table, provided by generous parishioners. It means there's always someone willing to stop and take your picture in all your holiday finery in front of the manger scenes. It means someone is going to invite you to a Christmas Eve party or Christmas Day dinner. Beyond Christmas, it means that you are never alone. And if you ever doubt that, stop by my desk. It's loaded with inspirational quotes, snacks, and this sign. God bless and happy Advent.